your jaws.
Put the gun down before you kill someone.
Teenage Girl's Diary.
Hello, and welcome to another Dollar Store Drive-In. I'm your host, Laura.
I'm Joel.
And we're the Newlydeads.
We are.
We are joining you today from our home. So if you hear any dog barks or whistles or slurping or weird noises, that's what it is. I don't know. Sometimes they like to whistle while they sleep. Oh yeah, don't do that. You're gonna wake them up. Right now they're sleeping peacefully. So. Dollar Store Drive-In is a half-hour show where we review a movie that we purchased at a discount store. So it could be the dollar store, Dollar Tree. It could be, you got this one at, was this the one that you got at the? Goodwill, yeah.
So like Salvation Army. Even
Salvation Army.
Flea markets, or if you have a movie you've made and you'd like to send it to us.
Yeah.
Contact at thenewlydeads.com. We'll do it.
Yeah, and we have. We have done it.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Yes.
Which I should say yeah.
Yeah. But this week, Joel was super happy because we got this movie at the Goodwill.
Brand new in a package. Under $5.
Under $5. What did we watch, Joel?
Bigfoot.
This little gem.
Not the truck. The giant monster.
Bigfoot.
Well, it depends on your definition of giant and the interpretation, but this guy was pretty giant.
But it's not just Bigfoot.
Nope.
It's Danny Bonaducci.
Partridge Family.
It's Barry Williams.
Brady Bunch.
Sherilyn Fenn.
Twin Peaks.
And Alice Cooper.
Of Alice Cooper.
Yeah, he was so excited. I saw the front of the box and I immediately thought of King Kong, which,
Don't forget Howard Hessman from WKRP in Cincinnati.
And Bruce Davison.
Of the X-Men movies and a slew of television and other craziness. He's everywhere you want to be.
Yeah. Packed with blood, guts, horror, and a lot of laughs. That was a quote from the USA Today.
That's fairly accurate. There was a fair amount of blood for a sci-fi original movie.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of guts.
It was done by the Asylum Home Entertainment.
The Asylum boasted at the trailer in this film in 2012 when this came out. They had done over 100 films already, and we now have made a pact that we need to watch them all. Not like now or in a row, but before we die. We have to watch at least those 100, if not more.
I'm like, we've got a scratch-off thing on the wall over there of like the 100 most like iconic... ish,
like the essential list.
Horror movies up until like whenever that poster was made, and you've probably seen all of them.
I mean, I've seen most of them, but we're together. We've been trying to work our way through it for a couple of years, and we're not even halfway through because we get other stuff comes out and TV shows and recording for you guys. Bigfoot happens and
all that fun stuff.
But the Asylum, it's a mark of quality. If they want to, provide us with content or support us or something. I sent him a message.
He would be eternally grateful.
Haven't heard back yet.
Maybe someday.
Maybe.
I
think I sent him a message.
Yeah. This movie is so good that it doesn't even have a explanation.
It doesn't need one.
Self-explanatory. It's literally about Bigfoot.
And Greg Brady.
Yeah. Is there anything you wanted to talk logistically about before we show the trailer?
No, we should show the trailer and then circle back.
Yeah.
Like Rick Grimes. We'll circle up. Coral.
All right. We're going to show you the trailer and we will be right back.
You have had another all-night ride with the one, the only, R.V. Henderson. We got 2 days to clear all those trees.
This festival is destroying 50 acres of South Dakota forest. The desecration stops now.
Really? You just couldn't stay out of my spotlight, could you? Let's hear it for Alice Cooper!
Get the National Guard! Nature attacked us in self-defense.
Oh!
What's the job?
We're gonna kill Bigfoot.
Picking up something on the infrared.
Hope that's gonna be big enough.
Only reason you want to kill Bigfoot is just to piss me off. What is this, a hootenanny?
We need a full airstrike on the top of Mount Rushmore.
It's going down!
I wish your mother were here.
All right. What'd you think of that? I'm wondering if you caught anything that Joel might have thrown in there. Sometimes he throws little fun things.
Sometimes, and sometimes it's not even necessary. But we'll
see.
Find out for yourself.
I'm always surprised whenever when I watch the show. That was a Shaggy noise.
That was a Shaggy.
I'm always surprised when I watch the show because like on Wednesdays at 6:30 Central Time, we watch it live. I mean, as it's airing, and we want to talk to you and chat with you. So if you're watching this on Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m., log in and watch with us.
TinglerTelevision.com.
Yeah.
There's a little drop-down menu. Go down to the one that says Tingler Roku. Click on it. Log in. Chat away. We'll be there talking
Talk
about
to
the
us
finer
because
points
we
of the
like
film.
you and we want to get to know you. Yes. Right?
And we got to practice our typing skills.
Yeah, so it'll give him some reason to practice his typing skills.
She's there with me. It's just she always leaves it up to me to respond.
Yeah.
So, but you can talk to her too, as well as me. We're both there at the same time.
Yes.
99% of the time. But anyway.
Anyways, I'm always surprised at the trailer, and I laugh along with, whatever little edits he's done. What'd you think?
All right. Well, let's start out with just saying that the Sharknado films, the entire franchise I celebrate, including the offshoots of the Lavalantula, 2 Lavalantula, and the 2025 Armageddon films.
He does. Loves it.
Celebrate the entire catalog. So I'm an Asylum fan. There's kind of 2 camps. There's the people that think it's too dumb to be any good, and there's people that think it's dumb on purpose, and that's what makes it good. I'm in the other camp, where I just think they're pure fun entertainment that are dumb, but
on purpose.
So as soon as I heard it was the Asylum, which I could tell just by looking at the cover, before I even noticed that it was an Asylum film, that we were in for a good time.
He immediately ran over to me when he found it and was like, "Look what I found." And I was like,
"Look!" No, I didn't go like that. I wasn't out of breath. She wasn't that far away from me, but you've seen Asylum films before, right?
"Yeah, Sharknado."
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought so, but I don't.
I haven't seen all the Sharknados.
Once they get to the time travel, that's when the real fun happens. But anyway, yeah, no, I don't know what your experience with them is. So,
What'd you think?
Yeah, but
I already said that, but
well, I mean, obviously,
he loved it.
I had a damn fine time. This is from 2012. It was actually directed by Bruce Davison. So, as we mentioned him in the cast list, he was also behind the camera. We mentioned everybody in the cast. Now, the writers of this film was Brian Brinkman, who wrote Meteor Apocalypse and Dragon Quest, which I'm pretty sure were both Asylum films. His writing partner, Micho Rutare, also wrote those 2 films, as well as Mega Shark vs. Crocosaurus, which there is an entire series of films like Sharktopus and Crocosaurus and Mega Shark, and they all go against. There's one about a giant snake. I forget. Piranaconda. There's like all these ones where they go up against each other, like it's versus. It's very much like kind of the modern day exploitation without the boobs.
And just animals, but like CGI'd animals.
Yeah, like a lot of creature features, kind of like the William Castle kind of thing, where whatever the monster is, they get one monster plus at least one star that's kind of fallen from grace, and they turn them into a action hero in a lot of cases. Like Ian Ziering from Beverly Hills 90210 became the hero star of the Sharknado films, as well as Zombie Tidal Wave. Who would have thought? And then in this film, you put Barry Williams, Greg Brady as the hero guy. Who would have thought? Or Lavalantula. Steve Guttenberg from the Police Academy movies is buff as hell with a shotgun, taking on giant lava spiders. Who would have
Buff
thought?
as hell.
Buff as hell. Like the dude is like, he's got guns and he's got guns. It is
Guns
it is
galore.
on point. And there's a scene where he's walking one way, and all of a sudden you see Ian Ziering walking the other way, and they introduce each other to each other. That sounded weird. That didn't come out like it.
They meet each other.
Yes. And shake hands, and there's a moment of like, oh, recognition, like, hey,
Yeah.
it's Finn Shepard, and I forget Steve's name. And
Buff McGuns.
he's like, I gotta. Well, that's right. No. He said he's got to go fight the giant killer spiders, and he's got to go fight
A
bad
shark.
weather sharks or whatever. And they go their separate ways, and that's it. It's not like he's there to fight with him or anything, but it's fun. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I'm amped up about it. I'm wondering.
I actually wrote notes.
She did, which she does sometimes, but not like as like I do, because I'm gonna release
And I
an
drew
entire
pictures.
journal of my notes someday, maybe.
That would be fun.
if you care.
No, I think you should. I think that would be fun. That'd be a good legacy.
A little side project once we're done with the show, where we've moved on to the second season. Oh, we'll do it by season.
Ooh. I like that.
Because that's 52.
Yeah, have you taken them every single time? Like that? And printed them out?
All but one.
You have them all
I
on
think
your,
all but
like,
one.
on your
On my
iPad?
tablet.
Yeah.
So you're a cryptid fan.
I
and
love cryptids and apparently have been drawing Bigfoot since I was a wee little child.
So this is why I'm turning to you as the expert, because I know very little about cryptids other than what I knew slightly before you, and then now I've kind of ensconced myself in them, entrenched myself. That's the word I wanted. So why is he so big? What's the point?
Oh,
here?
I
What's
don't know about
happening?
that. Yeah, he's like a freak of nature, and I didn't quite understand the whole like this Bigfoot, this rendition of Bigfoot. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Because
Accurate.
rendition, I always think of that as like a music.
But I mean,
Yeah.
that's right. It's their take on Bigfoot,
Yeah.
basically.
I couldn't quite understand why they went this route with him. Where has he been this whole time? Because he's what,
Come here, Bailey.
30 feet tall?
He's a tall MFer, you know?
He is the biggest Bigfoot I've ever seen.
I thought maybe
This is Bailey,
you'd
everyone.
heard of, he was growling at his brother, so I was just getting him to stop growling.
Hey.
So I was just wondering if you'd ever seen a version of him that was that large, because I have over here the giant Funko Pop from Godzilla vs. King Kong that came out a few years ago, and it looks like what he looked like in the film. Like he looked like a Godzilla or a King Kong ripoff.
Yeah, everything about him.
And speaking of not ripoffs, but if you see the bat here, the bat was made by our friend Livy from Livy's Little Laboratory. If you like it, go to her
There's a
website.
website.
I'll throw it here in the thing. I wanted to put it up here because she just got it recently, and buy her things. She's part of our little collective
It's a
of
bat.
artists. But it's a freaking bat.
It's freaking bats.
But I put it
Oh,
there
Bailey
just as a
wants
little
to eat it.
advertisement. So anyway, also the other thing with the Bigfoot that was a little weird was I guess I shouldn't have said anything because now he wants to play with it. He loves toys.
No.
He had like toenails that were like huge.
Oh yeah, I put down that he needed a pedicure.
Yeah, if you looked at my feet and you had toenails, they were probably about this.
Dagger toes.
Yeah.
Like dagger feet, and he had to walk like.
Yeah, he's running. He's like.
Oh my god, the running.
The way he runs was just.
He was CGI,
ridiculous.
obviously. Like you can't make
it
a
was the
30
actual
foot.
Bigfoot.
You know what I mean? Like,
No,
yeah,
it's
he
just
was
funny.
CGI, but yeah, it was interesting. Oh, baggy! I called
Hey,
him Baggy.
Baggy.
Shaggy liked when I said Bigfoot.
But yeah, we
Hello,
don't.
Baggy.
We didn't know why they made that choice, and then he bit people's heads off left and right, and didn't eat the rest of them. Very wasteful.
I said he loves head. Just, and he'd look at it. Oh, and then I dropped
And then he'd
Bigfoot.
toss it or spit it or whatever.
And then just.
Off he went. It was very strange. I don't know.
Oh, just leave it. I got it.
This
Everything
is real
is
folk.
falling apart.
This is the
I have a
real
dog
show,
with a head on
folks.
a pillow, and
Shaggy's currently got his head on the pillow.
He's
You can't
being
see
weird.
it, but he's being weird. So yeah, and then the way he ran and jumped and just everything about the characterization of it was weird.
He would just like grab like helicopters out of the sky and yeet them.
Chucked a
Oh.
CGI police car.
Can we say what he did to Alice Cooper?
Of course.
He just kicked Alice Cooper into the netherworld.
Yeah, I was hoping he was going to rip him apart, bite his head off.
I said Alice Cooper
was
got
going
the
to
boot.
fight him or something, but no, he just goes, boop.
And then sometimes you'd think, oh, is he going to be like King Kong and fall in love with, or what? I'm not fall in love with, but like, you know, be enamored by like one of the women, because like Simon, Greg Brady, you know, had a harem of women apparently. Yeah. Like he was like the former rock star, and he used to be in a band with Danny Bonaducci, and they hated each other now, and Danny Bonaducci kept saying he was like banging his mom back in the 80s.
That was the joke he kept making. Well, not
yeah,
joke, but
just
put
like
down
what is even happening? But
he even sang a song, by the way.
Yeah,
solo.
So I thought at one point, solo song?
Solo Dolo.
Dolo.
Greg Brady sang a song.
Oh, yeah, he did sing a song.
And it wasn't Time to Change.
Yeah, but he had a whole harem of women. And so, like, you know, Bigfoot was, like, picking them off one at a time. And I thought for sure he'd look at one of them and say, I like this one. Because, like, the one woman was, like, so, like, happy to find Bigfoot's print, which is ginormous. Like, it wasn't just a big foot. It was, like, a whole, like, football field of a foot. Like, it was, yeah, huge. It was, like, I don't know, 10 feet long. Anyway, she's standing in the footprint, and then Bigfoot's looking down at her. And I was like, oh, maybe that's going to be the one that he picks up, like, King Kong, and, like, you know, it's like, this is my woman now.
Pretty Amy.
In
Congo.
He just steps right on her.
Yeah, literally just
smashes her. Like smashed everyone.
Like
cut
Monty
people
Python.
in half, ripped people in half. Like, there was no
mercy.
No mercy and no redeeming qualities of this Bigfoot. Like, I thought I was going to feel sorry for it at one point. I mean, there was one point when I did say poor Bigfoot.
Burned him, and he looked like he, you know, had...
That was the one time I said poor Bigfoot.
Second or third or fourth degree
still,
burns.
like, yeah,
What he's doing. Yeah, it
Oh,
was...
the band that Danny Bonaducci and Barry Williams was in was called Midnight Daffodil.
That's right. Yep. And
I was like, why?
There was also, and he's throwing a music festival. Danny Bonaducci's like a shock jock sort of thing, and he's throwing a music festival, which consisted of about 45 people. It was a small town with about
it was
45
Deadwood.
people. Yeah,
it was Deadwood.
Yeah, that was the name of the town. Like, it was right out, South Dakota.
Deadwood is a big name place.
Not
I mean, it's a small town, but no, it was the Deadwood.
No, but I know, but I mean, like, there's nobody on the streets
anywhere.
Yeah. The buildings are all like
Meanwhile,
empty.
Deadwood is like it's a tourist area. Oh, and what was the name of that bar? Something about Dick's.
Deadwood Dick's, wasn't
Deadwood
it?
Dick's.
Yeah, which incidentally, there's the line where they talk about how Bigfoot's. What do you say? It smells like
I wrote it
garbage.
Down. I heard you can smell Bigfoot. He smells like garbage.
And all we could think of, pardon us, this is a PG show typically, but it just reminded us of Anchorman when it smells like Bigfoot's dick. Because that's all we kept hearing in our head. But I'm going to put in here a quick clip that I recorded on my phone, which incidentally is a pretty good quality, I got to say, of a fine quality of acting that you get in this film if you watch it, which I highly recommend you go seek it out. I'm guessing it's on Tubi. Most things are that are low budget.
It was hilarious.
But this is a scene where Greg Brady gets tased by Laura Palmer in her police car, unmarked. All of them were. And then she, for some reason, takes him out of the police car. This isn't in the shot. Puts him up against a tree, and then leaves him to go start...
And then it cuts to a different scene.
Talking to the cops and
no, totally she was talking to the military guys.
Yeah. In a totally different scene. They don't ever say why she got him out.
Whatever, like, bait. And then he's like fine after that, and that's when he starts the bar fight or whatever.
Well, he's out hanging with his harem of chicks, and then they all decide that they're gonna go.
It's such a bad movie, but such a good movie at the same time.
Well, we're gonna throw that in right here, real quick, and we'll be back.
Right, get behind you.
So, yeah. Then I'm also going to throw in a clip here, or a picture that I took of... Well, no, I'll wait for that, because that's at the very end of the film. Remember the last shot?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Incidentally, I think I'm gonna have to buy all of these movies at some point and have just like this massive Asylum collection because they're only like $2 or $3 on Blu-ray. It's pretty cheap. There was no Marsha. I was a little disappointed in that. But I mean, if you can't tell, despite how dumb the movie was and how bad the CGI was and how just over the top ridiculous it was never boring. It never made sense, and it was always fun. I don't think there was a moment where I was like,
Shaggy's licking
like-
himself over there.
like going, oh, this is dragging. I don't think it ever, and it was a half an hour and a half. Like there was
Yeah.
no down points, right?
Yeah, it was good the whole way through. Funny. And we had to rewind it a couple times because we were taking notes and stuff. And like, yeah, I was like, rewind it, watch that again. Like, what actually is happening?
I was like, did you see that? Rewind.
yeah, I was like, look at his face. Oh my god, it was so funny.
It was.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wrote. I drew a mushroom and I said, mushroom says 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Oh, well, the mushroom says it. Then you gotta listen. Obey the mushroom, kids. He's a fun
I
guy.
even drew a Bigfoot.
He is
print.
a fun guy.
It says Bigfoot smash.
She did. It's so cute. I drew a little funky Bigfoot, and then I came up with this kind of
Fun little.
the drawing thing that I'm going to maybe have to show you guys later if I finish it. But it's going to turn into a huge project now.
Yeah.
But out of small things come big things, like trees.
This was good.
So-
This was a good movie. What would you give it?
Well, real quick, one more thing. The ending of the film, we're going to spoil it, so sorry. It's over a decade since it was out. But we got to show you the last shot of the film because there's a scene where they're fighting on Mount Rushmore. Lincoln's head gets blown off. They somehow repair it.
Again.
And then they put another statue in front of it of the heroes,
Poor Lincoln.
Greg Brady
It's so comfortable.
and Danny Bonaducci. And I'm going to throw that here just on the screen. So we're not going to pause. We can keep talking, but it's going to be here. You'll see it. And there you go. Merry Christmas. All right. So yes. What?
I said it. Lincoln's head got blown off again.
Oh.
Too soon.
Abe, how was the show?
Poor Abe. Oh, poor Abe. Yeah, so what would you give it out of head chomps?
I love her, by the way. Out of what? Head chops?
Head
Head
chomps.
chomps. Chompity
He
chomp.
chomped all the heads off.
I mean, I can't give it a perfect score because
Nope.
I got to reserve that for someday there's going to be the perfect film. But based on all the things that we talked about, I got to give it a 4.
Yeah, me too.
I mean,
4 out of 5 head chomps.
I was almost going to give it 4.5, but I'm like, I can't quite go that far. But I would watch this again. I'm proud to have it in the collection.
I'm going to start using the quote, I heard you can smell Bigfoot.
It smells like garbage.
Me and him are going to start saying that from now on.
Garbage.
So,
Yes.
at this point, we also do a little Joel's pick of the week, right? So, I know he recommends watching this movie, but
I do.
if you can't find Bigfoot on film anywhere, because we found it at the Goodwill, like,
I'm sure it's on Tubi. I'll find
can
out.
find
and
it
I'll
somewhere.
tell you in this video somewhere.
Yes.
You'll know.
what would you recommend for them to watch that they could
So-
find?
If you want a better Bigfoot movie, and I'm not going to say Harry and the Hendersons, but that's more in line with this. Although I won't tell you that I won't make any promises that you'll see much of Bigfoot, if at all. But the film Willow Creek from 2013, directed by Bobcat Goldthwait and written by, it's a found footage style film about 2 hapless campers who are out in the wilderness and are being terrorized by something that they believe is Bigfoot, and that's all I'm going to say. But it is legitimately, there's some parts in that film where I was a little on edge. Bobcat Goldthwait, if you're not familiar with him as a comedian, he is a hell of a director and a writer. He writes, some of his films are just, they'll make you feel terrible, but they're just amazing. They're so good. So go seek out his entire catalog. The man is a genius when it comes to the other side of the camera.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good actor and he's funny, but it's the other side of it, twisted. So.
And then that's it. So
That's it for that,
yeah,
yeah.
that's it for that. And then so we also chose our movie for next week.
Shaggy, what movie did
so
we
I'm
get?
not gonna. And I know you're not going to because you're gonna put this on the shelf, aren't you?
Well, no, it's going to go downstairs because I've got to pick it up on Blu-ray. I can't have a DVD in the collection. I'm a snob. Come on.
All right. Well.
But maybe it'll go up on the shelf, or maybe like I said, maybe we'll give them away someday.
Yeah.
But so for next week, per randomization from Google, we are watching
The Haunted.
This film looks
Bad.
like it may be another summoning/reside.
All right. So,
Incidentally, our friend Candace reached out to me today and asked us what I thought of Killer Tattooist.
yeah.
And I told her we did a show on it, and then
It was
I
horrible.
warned her not to watch it.
Yeah.
But she gave us a recommendation for something to watch instead of it. But anyway, yes.
Okay.
What's the...
I'm a little
What's the
okay.
premise?
I like. Well, there's a few things that I think are kind of funny, like the quotes back here or whatever. It's hair-raising chills. This one says from horrorfreaknews.com. I jumped in my seat.
What do you got? It's got gas or
True
something.
to life creeps from pophorror.com. Also,
I don't know
it's
these sites.
okay. I just also noticed this. It says production in association with Lip Sync Post. I don't know. I've never heard of that before. Anyways, yeah. So, and this is not an ITN release.
And it's not an Asylum, so
no,
we are
it's
in for
vertical, not rated.
Might have to watch it horizontally then.
Employed as a night nurse for an ailing man, young caretaker Emma arrives in an isolated house for her first shift. The moment she enters the home, a feeling of dread creeps over her. As the night draws on, signs of a threatening supernatural presence grow harder to dismiss, and she is forced to confront the dark secrets that lie buried in the old house.
Oh. See, now that right there sounds like it could legitimately be maybe, okay. It might be like
I'm showing
The
you
Changeling or something. Yeah.
It doesn't look good.
But none of the usual suspects are in it. We don't know anything about the people that are behind it. Who knows? Maybe
I
it'll
don't
be
know any of these
amazing.
names. Kirsty Steele.
Oh, Kirsty Steele.
The editor
Porn
is
star.
Fergus McKinnon.
Oh, Fergus?
I like that name.
Oh, Fergus. He's done a lot of good stuff. I don't know anything about... I do not have high hopes. I am hoping it is not another Killer Tattooist.
Yeah, I'd rather it be on par with your that one lady that you like,
Joni Durian?
Joni Durian.
So either it's we either want a Ouija room situation or we want a Asylum film situation. We don't want
a Tattooist or any of the ITN movies we've been watching.
Mermaid's Curse is what I
Oh
was
my God,
what I was
Mermaid's
hoping
Curse.
for. But Killer Tattooist is right up
I
there.
told you Killer Tattooist, I think, trumped,
Oh.
right?
I think you did say it might have been, but I don't know. Mermaid's Curse has always been the bar. I think it was below that, right?
Yeah, Mermaid's
But it's still
Curse
the
is
bar.
bad.
Mermaid's Curse.
Mermaid's Curse was the bar, but now Killer Tattooist is lower. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure. I think I gave Killer Tattooist no stars.
Yikes.
And I think I gave Mermaid's Curse 0.25. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
We'll have to
that's
look
true.
it up.
No, that's true. You are correct. Wow. All right.
Okay. Well, where can they find us?
If you'd like to, you can find us right below Bailey here at thenewlydeads.com, where we will post 2 items from the website that just to give you a little taste of what we have for sale. You can also email us. I gave you that information earlier. And what's the other thing? There's one other thing we always mention.
Spoonful? I don't know.
Now, all of our socials and our other places to buy stuff and whatnot are on our Newlydeads website. But, our YouTube channel. You
Yeah.
can find more content, not this, other content, at youtube.com/@thenewlydeads. I'll put that in here as well.
It's not
And
at the Newlydeads.
it is, yeah,
Oh, it is.
@the Newlydeads.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
That's how they have us in their,
Oh, right,
their
right,
thing.
right.
So if you want to find us, or just look up the Newlydeads.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. And until then,
Keep it cheap and creepy.
bye.
Go look after your mother and sister.
Where are you going? I'm gonna finish this. Goodbye, Tom.
I heard you can smell Bigfoot. It smells like garbage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Smells like Bigfoot.